going to be pulling some tarot cards from the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann for the general collective of Gemini. If you are Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, you have Gemini heavily in your chart. Whoop, let me shuffle your cards. Then this reading is for you. You identify with the sign of Gemini in some way. Whoa, these cards are going a little crazy. Gemini, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? I'm excited to have you. If you do not know who I am, Heidi Corona, that is my name. Spirit Speak Psychic Medium Heidi. That is me, the one and only. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please feel free to do so. I would love connecting with you on a deeper level. I'm on other platforms. Those links are in your description box. If you're interested, that is the way to connect with me. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're not subscribed to my channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss anything from me. You have a lot of major arcanas in your chart. A lot of major arcanas here on your spread. I'm going to get you one more from my own Oracle deck as a final guidance card. This is for December 2022. It's that one. All right, Gemini. You got a lot going on. Let's dive into this. Okay, current energy. Major arcana card number 16, the Tower. Okay. Let me sip my drink. Oh, yeah, it's one of those mornings, believe it. The Tower. Now, the Tower is about something that you've been working toward. You've kind of built up this life, this image. Please take this reading and any reading as it resonates. You are your own person. I'm in the general collective. This may land in a few different areas of your life or just one area. You'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let it land where it lands in your life and use your own free will and good judgment to make decisions based on whatever you hear. This is to bring you guidance, clarity for the month of December 2022. If you're finding this after December, then look back at your December and see how it resonated with you. Okay, so the Tower is about something you've been working towards. You've really put a lot of time, effort, and energy into some part of your life, something, maybe several things. And for whatever reason, the universe has shaken the rug out from underneath that. This is a total reset, a start over, a total reopening, redefining of your belief system. Some area of your life has been shaken drastically. You thought you were working towards something and it has fallen apart. And now the thing about the Tower card is the reason things fell apart is because it was not sustainable to begin with. Okay. Sometimes the universe steps in, sometimes spirit, God steps in to say no more. We're just going to stop you in your tracks right there. And you're going to have to start fresh in another way, in another place, in another area with new people, whatever this is for you, Gemini. This is the current energy beginning in December. Things are shaking up. There's some turmoil, some upheaval going on in your life. Maybe like what's going on with my hair. Oh gosh. Turmoil and upheaval going on in some area of your life where you're just dissatisfied. Like, man, I've been working so hard and it's still not paying off. What in the heck's going on? Okay, maybe you've gotten some news. Maybe you've lost your job or some kind of a thing. Please take it as it resonates. I do not foresee these kinds of things. But when spirit puts us in this corner, when the universe has put us in this corner where I thought I was going to do this. I thought I was spending my time and energy wisely on this thing. And now it's been taken from my life or been shaken up so bad that it's unrecognizable. What in the heck do I do? Sometimes that's an invitation to look a little deeper introspectively at what your priorities are. Okay, what your priorities are. And your overall monthly theme is the Ace of Cups. Number one, your own heart is going to lead you in the right direction. We have to honor our own needs, following our joy, our happiness. That is our inner compass to guide us towards what is right for us in our lives. Staying in a constant state of stress, worry, grief, despair, anger, like these kinds of emotions can keep your body tensed up, heightened up, and can actually make you sick in the long run, can wear on your immune system. So making sure that you are, sometimes, man, things are just stripped away from our life and we realize what's really important to us, okay? What is truly important to us. And we're tending to that little heart center, Gemini. We're tending to that little heart center and making sure that you are following this in the month of December, because maybe this is all you have. This is what's most important to you now. Now how others are perceiving you in the month of December. 10 of Pentacles. The family person, right? You're the one who people depend upon. You're the one who has the place, the stability, the home, the money, whatever this is. People look to you for the support. And it looks like you're like, oh my God, who do I look to for support, right? Who in the heck do I look to? your inner knowing, your spirit that is inside of you, God, I dare say, and that's going to lead you in the right direction. And you listen to this by following what you know is right, okay? Not going against your inner knowing. We know what it feels like to go against our inner knowing, right? Other people look to you for support. They see you as that stable foundation. They see you as somebody who has it all together, okay? But maybe you don't right now. Maybe you feel like you're back at the drawing board and you thought you had it all together, but oh my gosh, now I'm going into debt. Now I'm worried about this or that, right? These kinds of things. Try to stay away from heightened stressors and worries, Gemini, is what they're telling me right now. That this can really wear on your immune system. They want me to say this again: heart center, tummy issues. If you are having, like, those kinds of issues, like heart heaviness, indigestion, IBS, these kinds of things from incessant worrying, clenching. Your insides are all clenched up because you're worried about things. So stripping away those things that do not actually affect you, like things on social media, things on the news, these kinds of things that you can stand to abstain from a little bit, is definitely indicated here for your own physical health and well-being, because those emotions go somewhere and they impact your physical body. And we don't want that to continue happening, because over time it does make a difference. It does make a difference. So abstaining from those kinds of things so that you can be the healthiest version of you for everyone else who looks up to you and depends upon you, Gemini. And also for yourself. Come on now. All right. So what are you leaving in the past? Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. This is about someone who has it all figured out. All right. I feel like maybe you used to be that person. You used to be like, oh yeah, I got the long-term plan. Don't you worry. I'll tuck in my little cup here. That cup is emotions, and it's behind steel bars, and she's sitting on top of it. And she's like, I'm not going to address those emotions. No, I'm not. I'm just going to focus on the future. I'm going to focus on the plan. But you're leaving this in the past, especially with this Tower card appearing. It's like, oh my gosh, I thought I knew what the future was going to look like. I thought I knew how things were going to unfold. And now something has really come in to shake that up for you. And you might be questioning your own plans. You might be questioning your own beliefs about things. You might be questioning your own structure and stability in your life. Okay. You are okay, and you will make it through this. You're very strong, and you know that. Okay. The time has come. Your spirit team is telling me now, not only to rely on your own inner knowing and less on the outer world, but also vice versa. The time has come to stop influencing the outer world as if you know it all. Okay. I'm not calling anyone out, but what I'm saying is, to really look at yourself and decide what direction you want to go based on how you feel about it, not the logical steps, and definitely not to be advising others at this time on what they should be doing, because you are not the end all, know all, be all, and you don't want whatever happens to be fall back onto your shoulders. Well, Gemini, you told me to do this, and now it sucks, and I'm unhappy, and it's your fault. Protect yourself in that way by not giving guidance to others at this time, especially when you've got enough on your plate to deal with. I see how they might come to you. Oh, Gemini, please help me. I know you can figure everything out. Well, guess what? Gemini's got her own problems now. And I'm out of the game on this one. Okay. Really taking a step back from what you thought you knew about the future, and allowing other people to influence your decisions and you influencing theirs. I'm seeing a huge barrier there. Okay. Your spirit team is like really shutting that down, because it's time to focus on you. It's time to focus on your heart center, what brings you joy, what makes you happy. I feel like you've been so busy making others happy for quite some time that maybe you have forgotten what your own happiness feels like, looks like, how to even get there. Okay. To make time for that, to schedule in that time for yourself, to do things that you want to do and not feel guilty about it. Gemini, if you like to binge watch TV or go on long walks or take big luxurious bubble baths or whatever this is, allow yourself to pencil in your own time on the schedule to do that. When we neglect our own needs and our own happiness for too long, boom, spirit steps in and says, hey, guess what? We're going to just shake things up so that you can reevaluate your priorities and your situation, and decide to start from ground level, base and up, and care for yourself first. And that is what is indicated here with leaving this card in the past. past is to start caring for your own emotional needs, forget about the future, live in the here and now and in the present. And things may not be the way you always thought they would be. They may not turn out the way you always envisioned that they would. And that's not set in stone, even as much as you always felt like it was. Okay. That's okay. Because what are you bringing with you and keeping with you in the month of December? Major Arcana card number 3, the Empress. This is really about getting back to your roots. Like I said, what do I have to offer the world? What is it really inside of me that I can give to people? Not money, not money. I'm saying here, enough financial support has gone out. Your spirit team is saying this isn't about money. This is about integrity. This is about your character. This is about who you are when nobody's looking and who you are to people. All people in your life, pets, family members, even people you don't know. Okay. I feel an imbalance here. Sometimes we can be very kind to strangers and not so kind to people who are closest to us, or vice versa. Oh, the ones closest to me, I'll be nice to you, but anybody else, I don't know you, right? Spirit is saying we are all the same. And the reason you might feel selective about who you want to be kind to or generous to or whatever is because this cup within yourself has not been filled for quite some time. All right. So, Gemini, making sure that you are replenishing your own cup will make you feel like you can give more freely, more lovingly, more generously to others. And I'm not talking about money. It might be money, but no, I'm talking about time, energy, emotion, your honest compassion to be there for people, not to give them guidance and tell them what to do, but just to be there for them so that they have someone who they can trust. Okay. This is about you determining who you are inside and how you even fit into the world anymore. You're getting in alignment with your path, and it might feel a little new. It might feel a little uncertain. It might be a little bit scary because Gemini thinks they know it all, or used to know it all, or felt like they knew it all. But do you see this? You don't. Spirit knows it all, and there is a divine plan to everything. And the fact that you're sitting where you're sitting right now, feeling all the feelings that you're feeling right now, is to spur you to make the next moves that are going to be much bigger and bring a lot more happiness into your life and into the lives of others. Because doesn't it feel good to help other people? Doesn't it feel good to be there for other people in a real way? Not just like, yeah, here's $5, but like, come on, girl, let's sit down. How are you doing? Let's talk. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. I love you. You're beautiful. Whatever support you're giving to people and you want people to give to you as well, start with that. Your spirit team says if you feel unsupported by people in your environment, start with supporting them first in the ways that you want to be supported. That leads by example. That sets the tone for the interaction. When I'm checking with you to see how you're doing, then you're kind of thinking, hey, maybe I should check in with Gemini and see how Gemini is doing, right? That is how the energy patterns begin to form in a new way, so that it's not just people coming to you wanting this, wanting that. It's you checking in with people to make sure that they're all right. And then them going, I wonder if Gemini's all right. It's a reciprocal thing. It goes back and forth both ways, both ways. Set the tone for the way that you want people to treat you in your life. Because as of yet, this is what has happened. This is what has happened. Things have been shaken up in a real major way. That might even be emotional turmoil and upheaval within yourself. Like, oh my gosh, things have got to change. But I feel like this is physical. Like, I don't know, electricity got shut off. My car broke down. I lost my job. I'm not saying any such thing, but people not speaking to each other in family relationships. These are the kinds of tower moments that we can have where we thought things were cool and they're not. So placing your focus on your priorities, knowing what those are now that you're in this scenario, right? If you weren't backed into this corner, would you really be introspectively looking and saying, okay, well, what's really important to me now? That's why you're here. So what is the challenge or an obstacle that you might face in the month of December? 10 of Wands. Heavy burdens carrying around, a lot of stuff on your schedule, baggage, things going on in your life, too many things to deal with, people coming to you again. Like I said, hey, give it to Gemini. Gemini will help us. Gemini will carry the weight of the world on their shoulders just to help us out, because Gemini can see things through to the end. But you're like, hey, I don't know what to do. All right. Look, I've got too much on my plate already. You have a lot of baggage put on you, on your schedule, on your emotions, on your mental health. Okay, I'm just saying right now, this could be a challenge for you in the month of December. This could even be moving. Maybe you lost your home. Maybe you're planning to move. Maybe somebody is moving away from you and it's challenging, okay? But how do you handle this, Gemini? How do you get through this challenging energy? 9 of Pentacles. Remember that you are whole and healthy and well and complete as your own person. All by your lonesome, all by yourself. You are fine and you are a survivor and you will make it. No matter what, you can carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Yes, but you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to. So remember, regardless of whatever problems are floating around, whose problems are these? Whose problems are these? And will I make it through this? Will I be okay? 9 of Pentacles is about one individual who's financially sustainable and thriving. She's happy. She's okay. She's content. She's not stressed. She's not worried. So remember that no matter what, you'll make it through. Have you seen worse times before this? No matter what, you'll make it through. All right. And sometimes starting over from the ground up, determining those priorities, tapping in with what is most important to you and following that direction is what is sustainable, because what you've been doing so far has yet to be. That's why you're having these issues going on. Okay. Spirit is bringing you back to your heart center once again in the month of December, Gemini. Now, what to embrace? Major Arcana card number 7, the Chariot. Again, could be moving, all right? Could be moving. What to embrace? This is the life flow right now, all right? I see the black. I see the white. I am in charge of my stagecoach, and I am hauling ass in the direction that I want to go, all right? This could be an inner journey, finding out who you are again. Finding out what's important to you. Again, you're diving deep. You're moving fast. These are real scenarios in which you're seeing the truth of the situation. You are no longer in denial. You are no longer in bondage by somebody else's will or burdened down by other people's baggage, things on your schedule. You're deciding what to get rid of, what to shed, and what to take with you. Great card there. What to embrace, what to release or avoid, Gemini. Major Arcana card number 18, the Moon, okay? Again, with the black and the white. Sometimes things can be illuminated by the moon, things that were kept in the darkness for very long. Sometimes things of the past can resurface in this way, and we can drown in those memories. Oh, but things have always been this way, and oh my God, I can't believe I put in so much effort and I lost all of those things, or people aren't turning out the way I thought that they would be, blah, blah, blah. Release, avoid this kind of energy, romancing the past, getting lost in the past, things that happen of the past. You see the differences here? Both cards can see the true illumination of black and white, but one card is drowning in it and not moving anywhere, just really stuck in that old pattern of, man, this sucks. I can't believe this has happened to me. Grief patterns, worry patterns, again, like that news media, etc. This one is taking a look and saying, wow, that does suck, but I'm moving in a direction that's much more positive for my life. My life, not everyone else's life or opinion. Mine, Gemini. You, Gemini. That's who we're talking about here. Now, others in your life, attitudes, or actions. Major Arcana card number 20, the Judgment. Typically, this is a great card, but honestly, I see entitlement in this card. Okay. Let me just say a couple of messages on this. Some people in your life might be like, oh, what? You're not going to take care of me anymore, Gemini? Oh my God. Right. You might have this kind of, what do you mean I have to do chores? What do you mean I have to contribute money? What do you mean? I mean, I've been here so long and it's always been this way, but guess what? It's not freaking working. You know this, Gemini. You know this because it's weighing heavily on your heart. That heart center has to come up and out of your mouth. And you got to tell people that these are the ground rules. This is what's going on. Plans are a-changing. This is not sustainable. We can't hold this energy any longer. I need you to pitch in. I need you to help out. I see here that part of take it as it resonates. For some of you, this is entitlement. Why do I have to do something? Because we're all grown-ups here. If you're a kid, I don't care. You live here, you're going to help, right? You have to do something because we're all involved. And when everybody chips in, many hands make light work, right? There's a whole other message to this card. Other people's actions, I feel like they may be shutting you out a little bit, Gemini. Like I said, not speaking with family members, having to thrive on your own, these kinds of things. Maybe people who used to rely on you, maybe they feel like you have it all together and they're going to do their own thing now. All right, well, you know what? Gemini has it all together and Gemini knows the plan and I'm going to live my life. with or without Gemini's approval. This is a whole other aspect. Okay. So, two messages on this cards. It might resonate both ways for different aspects or scenarios. Take it wherever it lands for you guys. But I see this here. Other people are determining their own worth now. They're deciding their own path now. They are comfortable with moving in the direction that they want. So, why aren't you? Why aren't you? It's your turn too, Gemini. It's your turn too to decide what you want out of life and to put your energy, your focus, your attention, your awareness, and your effort in those directions and make it happen. You can do it. You can make it happen. Now, on the bottom of the deck here, in your heart and at your core, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles is about money, tangible location, physical objects, job, these kinds of things. But the Knight moves very fast. Now you have, I told you, this one reminds me of moving. Okay. This one reminds me of moving. Take it as it resonates. And this one reminds me of moving. You may be moving location, switching jobs, to change in family dynamics. Okay. Whatever this is for you, even if you're not physically moving somewhere, the energy is moving big time. You're making big shifts, changes, up leveling in a lot of ways, emotional ways. Why? Because something has been stricken from you that you are wasting a lot of time, emotion, and energy on. Thank God for that. I know we probably don't feel like that in December, but thank God for that. When you look back at this in hindsight, you're going to go, wow, this big, huge shift in my life was so needed. And I'm so grateful. But in your heart and at your core, you don't want to hurt anybody. In your heart and at your core, I feel a confliction here. I want to leave, but I don't want to leave. Like I'm afraid to go, but I'm afraid to stay. Take it as it resonates. You don't want to hurt anybody. This card indicates that financially, just as well as this one, you'll be okay. Financially, you'll be all right. You'll find the next thing wherever you end up. Okay. But this is about tying up loose ends, not hurting anybody, leaving blessings in your wake. So if you're leaving a job, leaving a place, making sure that you put in that notice, making sure that you're not burning bridges as you hastily go whatever way you're going to leave things peaceful. You don't want to cut people, places, jobs, things, whatever out of your life for good and burn those bridges because, you still live this life and you still know those folks. You know what I mean? So you're wanting to do things in a graceful way because your integrity matters. You're wondering, who in the heck am I to the world? You're not a mean person, are you? You're not a bad person. You're not a bad character. Even if what you feel like is, well, I'm a bad person because I'm not happy with this. Just because you're not happy with the scenario does not make you a bad or mean person. Gemini, your spirit team is yelling at me right now to say this. Just because you're dissatisfied doesn't mean you're a bad person. That's an invitation to make some changes so that you can be happier in your life and even take others with you that you want to. This doesn't mean you have to let anybody go, but there has to be rules to follow. Otherwise, there will be disorganization, upheaval, and nobody will be happy yet again. Okay, you'll have another one of these tower moments. So deciding where you want to go in life, who you want to be with you during this journey, and making peaceful amends with those who you're cutting ties with, breaking away from, even praying for those individuals if you can't come into contact with them for whatever reason. Praying for them definitely helps to ease that energy and disentangle it in a healthier way. Okay, because I see that you don't want to hurt anyone. I see that you may feel like you're turning your back on people by choosing yourself, but you're not. Everyone has the choice, the free will to choose themselves. And no matter the age of the person, even if it's a little tiny baby, once they get aware enough, they will begin choosing themselves as well. Gemini, you're behind a little bit on this because of your giving, loving energy. You're behind a little bit and you feel a little guilty about it. I feel this from the cards here. Feel a little guilty about choosing yourself because you've always put others first. You've always been that rock who just put yourself aside and handled what needed to be done, and you were there for other people, and it's wearing you down to the point so much that you've now had this tower moment. Okay. So spirit is saying, start again, start fresh, start with your heart. What do you need? What do you need to be happy today? What do you need to be happy in this moment? You need some coffee? Have some coffee. You want to watch your favorite show? Do that. Fill yourself up, light yourself up, allow yourself to enjoy your life every moment that you can because everyone else is doing the same thing. It's your time now, Gemini. Now, final guidance from my own deck for you. Truth. Truth. That's pretty self-explanatory, I must say this, but Sometimes we can look back at the past and we're in denial. Remember I said that? Denial. Sometimes we can be in denial, not only about us, but about other people. I said no longer giving that advice to other people. They don't want it. They need to learn their lessons on their own. They need to live their own life path, and so do you. And it is not in your life path to be the divine director of everybody else's life either. I'm sorry to say this, Gemini, but knowing the truth of your own limitations as well. No, I can't go to that function. You know why? Because I don't freaking want to, because it brings me down. No, I can't pay that bill. I don't have the money. No, I can't do that thing because I'm just unavailable. Whatever this is, the truth. Sometimes we don't want to tell the truth for fear of rejection. Sometimes we want to say what other people want to hear and smile and whatever this is. You got to be honest with yourself, Gemini. You have to be honest with yourself first. That's what this is about. And starting to build from an honest foundation. When you give honesty to other people, they will begin to give honesty to you as well, or you will sniff out their lies. You probably already can. Those are the people to cut away from your scenario. You know what? I sniffed out your lies and I'm out of your presence because I don't jive with that. I'm a truthful, honest person. I may not know what my future looks like right now, but I know that today I'm okay. Today I'm good. And you're building from that platform, and the good becomes great and the great becomes better. And even further than that, the life beyond your wildest dreams. I have to tell you this, something bigger than you can imagine. You're expanding and you're growing and you're deciding to give birth to a whole new version of yourself, and you're gifting the world with that, which is freaking fantastic, because for too long, Gemini, you have been depleted. For too long, there has been a pattern of Gemini will take care of it. Gemini will provide for it. Gemini will do this or that. And these other individuals who are leeching off of you or hanging onto your coattails are not learning their own lessons. And spirit will stand for it no longer. Okay? Spirit will stand for it no longer. You might love these people, but you cannot love them more than you love yourself. And that starts with resting, eating, doing things that bring you joy, allowing yourself to be happy when you can be. Other people's happiness does not come first, cannot come first. That is not sustainable. You'll have another one of these tower moments. Gemini, that is your December 2022 Heidi's horoscopes. I thank you so much for tuning in with me. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up so that YouTube will show it to other subscribers, to other viewers. If you're not subscribed to my channel, feel free to click that notification bell so you never miss another thing from me. I am a psychic medium. My links are in the description box. If you want to connect with me on a deeper level or on another platform, that is the way to do so. I will never reach out to you, but you are more than welcome to connect with me. My links are there. I appreciate you, Gemini, and I send you much love and blessings. I'll see you on the mid-month. Bye, friends.